Hello, world.
Oh, that!
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
And deep breath in through the nose and deep breath out through the mouth. So by this simple act of breathing out through the mouth, we are releasing tension from the body, if there is any. Reconnecting with the heart, beating of your heart. And you can, with each breath, expand your chest. So becoming present to the beating of your heart and this connection. As you're deepening your breath and become present to how are you feeling, how you are feeling in this moment, or what is present for you. And I can start what I'm present to the space of listening to myself, sometimes not getting the words right, and maybe wanting to say, breathing in through your nose and then just getting it wrong and saying, breathing in through your mouth. And observing it, the tendency is to criticize myself and say, come on, just get it right, finally or already. And then at the same time saying, okay, so I have all this internal dialogue. It doesn't help if I criticize myself. I make it worse. So can I just laugh about it or observe it without making a big deal out of it? Yes, I can. All right, then moving on. So for me, it was present all this chat. And it's okay. What is present for you, my dear Irma?
What a surprise. I got surprised by the empty space. It was just light. The light as in lightness and light as in light came in. And somehow all that noise that I've had in my head for all night actually, as well as yesterday and this morning, it just was not there. So it was like me standing in that empty room and it's like, where is it? Where are those words? Where are those worries? Where are those considerations? Where are those thoughts? Well, it's a fantastic reset. Yeah, love it.
Beautiful.
Back.
Thank you so much. And back. Gently opening the eyes. I love this space that we're creating to just land and be present and connect with what's in the moment, because it's very easy to go by default answer, yeah, I'm fine, and all is good. But then when you go deeper, you see that there is something else. So that beautiful and short exploration of your inner landscape, inner world, it's fantastic.
Olesea, it's a big day.
Irma!
First of all, I'm taking over for a little bit here.
Absolutely.
Because I want to celebrate you.
Go for it, my queen.
Because it was just your birthday.
Yes.
And I was thinking on your birthday, what would it be like you and me not having this partnership, friendship, sisterhood, whatever that is. If you were not, how would it be? what life would it be? I'm like, wow. So I hope you had a fabulous day. And I just want to appreciate you for who you are, because you're a gift, simply, just very simply. And look at this. The creator in you is so present, more than I've ever seen you, right? I see you connect to your calling, purpose, true self, and I see you grow into that rather than the noise that can take over sometimes. And I feel lucky, privileged that I get to see that and be part of it.
That's so beautiful.
With that being said, take it in, because you have it, you own it, it's yours, and that's who you are. And, I really want for us to talk about what it is to be a woman, gorgeous as you are, and to age. And
as you post this question, I feel like 100 years right now. And with this serious face of yours that you asked me that. But thank you so much. In first place, thank you so much, Irma, for those words. Touched my heart. I got emotional. I'm holding back for not like crying a river right now. Thank you so much. I just don't want to imagine my life without you in it. I really don't. Yeah. Like I said, I think 2 days ago, if my friends, and you are my closest friend, and if my friends were not here in the world, I just don't want to be here too. So yes, for me, this is it. Those friendships, heartfelt and heart connection friendships are the most important. So thank you for being in my life, and thank you for being a gift to me. And yes, yesterday was my birthday. Check it out. And I'm always very happy and excited about my birthdays. But each year comes with, now, especially in after 40s, when I would say aging crisis, I'm struggling at times. Approximately 6 months ago, I had this moment of deciding that I'm going to let my hair grow naturally. My silver, gray, whatever you call it, white hair, I'm letting it grow, and I let go of 2 decades of red hair go. And that was one of the saddest maybe moments of my life, because I had to let go of a younger version of me and welcome an older version of me. So it felt like some kind of death, for sure. And I'm still maybe grieving about it at times. And sometimes it's easier and sometimes it's harder to be with it and to just accept that I'm aging. And I wake up in the morning and then I see a wrinkle, a little one that I didn't see yesterday. And then I panic because oh my God, it's true, I'm getting older. And I cannot do those high intensity yoga practices, Ashtanga or Vinyasa, as I did a few years ago. Now I need to adjust to my body because my body is adjusting to the age. And I feel, sometimes I look in the mirror and I feel so old. I feel like I'm 200 years old and I feel ugly. And it's just sad to see that. And I don't want, to talk about how I can fix it, because I know a lot of meditations, I know a lot of practices that can make me feel better. And I don't think the point is that. Okay, yes, you have a lot of tools available to how to make yourself feel better. But it's just to recognize that I am struggling. And I'm sure that a lot of women are struggling too and aging. And yes, you can make it a better period, why not? But let's just pause for a moment and acknowledge, yes, I'm struggling and it's hard for me to age. And I don't want to age and I want to just be always young and beautiful, like the song. Yeah. I want to be longer, young and beautiful. It's a very sensitive subject to me because I'm deeply attached to my physical body. And I've been taking or getting my worth or self-worth out of my physical body and my beauty. And now when it's fading away, it's my self-concept, my personality, everything is based on the physical body and the way I look. And as I'm aging and as it's changing who I am, I'm just not recognizing anything of me anymore. Everything is new and it feels unsafe.
Thank you for speaking out what most of us feel.
How is it for you, Irma? We are same age, and how is your process?
I think I'm not, of course I'm struggling, I'm just not as deeply connected to the struggle, maybe. Maybe there is a denial, maybe there is not as, no, I'm attached to how I look. And when you started with the gray hair, I was like, would I actually do that? And I'm like, no. And I had to look into what the no were. And my no was, this is how I see myself with dark hair. And this is how I've seen myself always, right? And I've changed colors and this and that, but this is who I perceive myself to be. And in terms of struggles, you know what comes, the other side that comes with me, not as, there is the body, of course, that changes, that I have, I don't attach it to the age, though. I think for me, how I looked, what was wrong with me and what was to be fixed, that's the struggle that I've had since I remember myself. So it's not necessarily new or attached to my age. It's just ongoing, and maybe in a way I have practiced and I have started to learn to accept and have a bit of humor with that, with the changing body and how I look. And when I look at it, it's like, it's like, this is something new, a new shape, what? But yes, however, what's there for me is sometimes what creeps in is time left. For some reason, there's this default as if there is that much time that I'm given and I've used up that much. And it's all made up, Years ago, I was given a few years to live. So my timeline was that much. Today, I declare I have many years to live. And I have that illusion of whatever that many years is. However, it's shortening, right? So what's there for me, what shows up is I have so much to say, to bring, to contribute to this world in this lifetime. And how the heck am I going to do it all? And then was particular to this age comes, you're supposed to have it all. By that age, you're supposed to have figured it out, What? Even you're in your 40s, you have to have it all fixed. And, society tells us you have to have your family in order and your finances in order, your career in order, and I look at my life and according to those guidelines, none of it is in order. It's all fresh, new, and created. And I have some idea where I'm going with it, but not really. And of course, it's a choice. Of course, I made those decisions, and actually, I love the life I have. But what comes in, though, can help to compare, can help to think of what you're supposed to be accordingly, right, to where you live.
Oh my God, and the social media is perfect for that, because you go there and there will always be someone more clever, more young, more beautiful, more accomplished, more, more.
It's the here it is. It's the feeling that I'm late. I don't have regrets about my past. The one thing I have it though, that I have is I'm late in this journey. I wish I would have started early, And that brings unrest. That brings in, there's so much to say, so much to create.
Restlessness and unease, right? There was a song about it. Too many men, too little time. I remember the song from 10 years ago, and I was like, thank you for sharing that. How are you reacting to that? I have so little time and so many things to do.
I have to constantly remind myself that this is...
I'm not asking that. I'm asking, how are you reacting to that? I will tell you an example of me. How am I reacting to this panic that I'm aging, and how the society also reacts? Some men are, for example, start dating younger women, maybe 30 years younger. It's all the reaction of the aging, right? Some women start doing all the surgeries and fillers and Botox. I'm not judging here. I'm just saying that this is reaction. My reaction is I'm investing so much money into my physical body, and especially into my face. All those treatments, yes, I don't do surgeries because I don't want to go extreme, but I am spending thousands of euros every month to hydrofacials and treatment and radio frequency treatment. Constantly, I'm in the salon. This is my reaction. What is your reaction?
Well, these days, my reaction is being obsessed by creation. So when I look at where my days are and how my days look, I'm just so, if you ask me, what do? I can't even tell you what do I do for life, because it's all these lines of projects or ideas or creation. Suddenly it all bottled up and it all has to get out. And so that's how I'm reacting. I'm just like, yesterday I told you I went to sleep at 3 a.m. because I could not let go. It had to come out. So that's how. Learning, that's my loophole, right? I just go into that. But if I can't find a way to express what's there, then I gotta learn how to, right? So I just will dive in. So yes, that making myself even busier.
Yeah, chaos. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for looking at it. And like I said earlier, this obsession is also, can at the same time be interpreted like passion, right? But there is also a price that you're paying, and you're taking from your rest. You see, you're taking from going to sleep at reasonable hours, so you give that rest to your body. And me, I'm just spend like us to actually keep this subject like here, not going further to fix it, because there is nothing to fix. There is just talking about it, being present with it and not making it wrong. Yes, we are reacting to that. Yes, it's here. Yes, it's here. And I don't know, for example, if me in this moment I can embrace fully, the fact that I'm aging. Yes, there are moments when I'm full acceptance, but there are moments when I'm not in full acceptance. And can I be okay with the moments when I'm not in full acceptance? Because that's the point of it. The other day, my daughter came to me and she said, "Mom, I feel ugly. I look at you and you're beautiful." Talking about perception, right? Me, ugly and old. And my daughter sees me beautiful. And she says, "And you are beautiful and I'm not as beautiful." And then I went into this mode of fixing it. And I said, "Don't you dare ever to say that you're not beautiful. Don't you ever say." And then I stayed with it and I said, "What did I do?" She just needed a space to verbalize it and for me to listen. And the next day in the morning, I went and I hugged her and I said, "It's okay. Sometimes you'll feel ugly and it's okay. And can you embrace you when you feel ugly, when you feel beautiful, no matter in which, just be with it. Just embrace it. I don't want you to feel beautiful and put this pressure on you all the time. It's totally fine." And then I was at peace with that, because as I was talking to her, more than that, I was talking to myself.
Yeah. And this subject is, excuse me, it's wide. And what I would like for us to do is maybe keep it. Ask the world out there, how do you deal with it? Or how does it occur to you to age? And we talked about what it is to be a woman because we're women, but I mean, I'm sure men go through that, and we have no idea what the world for men is of aging, right? I have an idea, story, that for men it's easier. I just don't know. So I want us to leave this episode with the question for everyone. How does it present itself in your life? Do you let yourself be with it? And then, do you fix it? Wait, to me, the answer comes, of course you fix it. Of course we fix it. That's what we do. But yeah, what do you do to deal, to be, and to accept the fact that we're getting on that side of the clock? And then I also want in the next episode, and again, we always improvise, but I'd love to talk about lessons learned. I don't know about you, but there's so much goodness in being this age and feeling comfortable with who you are, more so than you've ever been, maybe, and discovering the inner self in the ways that were not possible before. So,
thank you. So this is our 4th episode, yes?
It sure is. Wow.
Yes! We are getting there. It was great to connect with you, to be here, and like and subscribe our podcast so you can come and be with us every week talking about this ugly truth about ourselves, embrace it, love it, and integrate it, because there is a lot of expansion available for you out of this.
And also create the conversation, comment, be with us in this conversation.
See you next time, right?
Yes.
From our heart to yours, have a magical one, and see you next week. Bye, everyone.